Alright, I'm in Brighton for the weekend, visiting a friend. I'm a little bit hungover, to be honest, and it's very, very windy. It's quite a storm brewing in the UK right now. It's November time. Totally the wrong time to visit Brighton. Anyway, I've got a day to explore and see what Brighton has to offer on a Saturday. Very stormy Saturday. So I used to live in Brighton on two different occasions, back in 2014, 2015, and then back during the COVID era of 2020 to like 2022. So I love Brighton. It's a crazy old town. If you've never been, it's very quirky, very trendy. Some people think it's too trendy, too overrated. And it is a little bit, it is. Definitely if you live here a weekend or a day trip from London, Brighton is, in my opinion, maybe the best city in England. Let's get into it. It's going to be raining it down today, but I'll show you the sights that Brighton has to offer. Yeah, as I said, I was visiting a friend last night in Brighton. Went to a few too many pubs. Here's my friend.
Welcome to Brighton.
There we go, that's the intro.
Yeah, we got too drunk. And that's the great thing about Brighton. There's so many pubs and restaurants in such a small area. You're spoiled for choice. Really, so, it's a great place for a pub crawl on a Friday night. It's a little bit expensive, kind of like London prices, but it's cool. Just turned up at a Brighton flea market, which is like an antique place. I've never actually been here before, this flea market, but let's check it out. So many cool things. I love these shops, antique shops. There's quite a few of them in Brighton. You can find so much tat. My parents would love this, for sure. Tempted to get one of these, or a man tray. Vintage clothing. That's pretty cool. What a cool place. Love it, love those markets. I'll go to another one later. It's a typical street in Brighton next to the sea. Lots of lovely colours, all the buildings. We'll get to the sea in a minute. That's what I love about Brighton. That's what's great about Brighton is the graffiti. So much cool graffiti everywhere. I think only Bristol is the other place in the UK that has such great street art, street graffiti everywhere you look. We're not even in the centre yet, but here's an example. Here's another one. Awesome. Check it out. Check out the views. Definitely the wrong time of year to come to Brighton. No one playing mini golf today. Don't blame them. Too bloody windy. Fish and chips with mushy peas. Is there anything better? 10 quid though. Is that good value for money? 10 quid? I think that's too much, man. 10 quid. I don't know. It's average, I suppose. Brighton. On the pier. This is like over 100 years old, I think. Brighton Pier. It's just amusements and check out the waves here. I'll get closer up to the sea later on, but that's Brighton Beach. Summertime is amazing in Brighton. Not November, wrong time of year. You gotta watch out for seagulls, I tell you that. Seagulls are vicious. If you have any chips in Brighton on the seafront, be careful. Here we are then. Brighton Palace Pier. Woo. Hell, windy. It's a shame the tarot reading's closed. What a shame. I'd like to do that, tarot consult. So over there is Brighton, and that way is Hove. So I'm going to head towards Hove along the beach. Both dudes were just getting soaked by the waves. Just got absolutely soaked. Here, you watch. Woo! Yeah, love it. Just waiting for a big wave. Here we go. Not quite. Yes! Got it. And another one. Whoa! Yes! Awesome. I'm on the beach with the seagulls, and got a danger sign out today. Brighton Fishing Museum. Is it free to enter? Looks like it. Never been in here actually. Pretty cool. Got an old boat here. So many old photos here. Wow. Look at this boat. An awesome place. Brighton Fishing Museum. Still a few people knocking about despite the weather. Yeah, summertime. Brighton Beach right here will be absolutely packed with hundreds, thousands even, sun worshippers, sunbathers. Not today. Look at this sculpture here. Yeah, you get a lot of Londoners coming down to Brighton on a weekend, typically during the summer. And there's a big Spanish community, actually. You have a lot of Spanish people living in Brighton. So it's a total mix, you know, very interesting mix of people. Fortune of War used to come here quite often. It's a very popular place in the summertime. Fortune of War. All this is busy usually. When I moved to Brighton the second time, it was just as the COVID lockdown happened, which was terrible timing. And everywhere obviously was deserted, you know, all the streets, no cars, etc., no people. So I would come to Brighton Beach every day for a walk, and there's nobody about, you know, just totally deserted. It's lovely. It was a weird time, right? Monstrosity. You can see that big tower is Brighton I-360, which was built, I think, it's been 2015, maybe completed 2016, I think, and it's this viewing platform that takes, you can go inside. It's an absolute fortune. I don't know, 30 quid, no, 15 quid maybe, I don't know the cost, but you go inside and it takes you all the way to the top, and you can see great sights of East Sussex. But obviously today, I don't know why people have bought tickets to go inside today, because you ain't going to see but yeah, a lot of locals don't really like it because it's a total eyesore, right? It just sticks out, just this massive tower. But yeah, the viewing platform, you can see it goes all the way to the top, and on a nice clear sunny day it's pretty cool. And over here we have I think it's West Pier. It's West Pier. It burnt down in, I think it was like the early 1990s, maybe 92. It burnt down. So you have your pier, Brighton Palace Pier over there, which we just were at, and West Pier here, and it burnt down, and it's just left. You know, it's quite iconic landmark in Brighton. Looks amazing, right? Just the remains of it just there. Wow, awesome. What a view. What a day. It's the afternoon, a few hours later. The weather has taken a turn for the worse. It's horrendous, tipping it down. But I'm just in the centre now of Brighton. There's Churchill Square. And yeah, I'll head to the lanes and do a bit more, show you a bit more of Brighton. Interesting little area this. Another bar. Another side street. It's like a little maze. More street art. This is the Royal Pavilion. Interesting place. Built by King George IV. You can go inside and do a tour. It's so out of place in central Brighton, you know. It's so funny to see it here. But it's nice, really nice architecture, Indian architecture. Some more cool graffiti. And over here as well, it's really cool Bart Simpson street graffiti here. Here we go. Kind of an MF Doom tribute. Bart. This is the lanes. Obviously, no one's sitting outside on a day like today, but loads of independent stores, coffee shops, restaurants, all kinds of places you can find. There's a cinema here, Duke of York's, and this is where it gets busy in Brighton. This is the centre of it, really. Love how colourful it is around here. Really interesting. More cool graffiti here. Famous music store in Brighton. Loads of awesome street art by the Postman. Giving credit. Jim Morrison, Amy, Jimmy. All independent stores here, which is a rarity in the UK, in any town or city. And there's another kind of market here called Snooper's Paradise, similar to the antique store I went to earlier. So we'll pop in there. Such a cool place, this. Spend hours in here. All kind of tat and junk. Whatever tat you want to find, you'll find it here. Clocks. What's this? Suit of armour. 595 quid. Random photos. Slides as well. Oh yeah. So random. This is where I used to live, actually, very central. This is one of the main streets, Sydney Street this is called, and still part of the lanes. Photography shops and guitar shops. Busker here. Very colourful area. Very busy. Nice Spanish tapas restaurant there. Cool comic book store. Star Wars graffiti. This is where I used to live, just down there. Back in the COVID era. With a pub. So colourful. Bohemian. That's the word. Brighton is bohemian. This is the Prince Albert pub. More cool graffiti, but here is what used to be an original Banksy. Now it's a replica. See, it's pretty sure they sold the original at auction, but that was an original Banksy once upon a time. This is probably the most colourful street in Brighton, actually. What I was talking about earlier, just every house, different colour. It's just beautiful. There's a lot of streets like this actually, but this is probably the most colourful one. Some more graffiti here actually by the postman. Is that a Bowie? It is as well. It's a Bowie. Do love Bowie. Oh wow, look at that. Awesome. Trafalgar Lane, but they've renamed it Graffiti because this is one of the best side streets in Brighton for graffiti, street art, whatever you want to call it. That's awesome. Not as much as last time I was here actually. Nah, it's not as good as before. Used to be some really cool artwork pieces, but now it's just all tagging. It's not as good. Feeling rather fresh. That's quite sick. Actually, I'm living there. So is Brighton worth it? Definitely come for a weekend, a few days if you can. Is it overrated? Yeah, a little bit, probably, but it's definitely a cool place, man. Alright, I'm ending the video there because it's tipping it down, sorry, but I can't stay out much longer. Thanks for watching. There's only one thing to do when the weather's like this in Brighton, and that's to find a nice warm pub and get warmed up. That's what I'm going to do. Cheers, see you later.